Yes. I know it has been quite a while, and last time we tried Starship Combat and had a little bit of a challenge with it. Would anybody like to do the recap, or would you like me to remind you of what happened at our last seeing of our Galactic Travelers?
Well, we kind of retconned last game because we had to go
that
early.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we're reviewing what happened
With the
in
Arcanist.
the actual game. Yeah.
The
All right,
Arcanist
so
and-
I completely and innocently attached myself to another ship in order to decode a message that we had received from Lashunta assassins. They tried to destroy the evidence, but I was able to salvage some of the files, and but they were too big for me to process on my ARM unit, so I had to connect to a ship. Now, for safety's sake, we attached ourselves to another ship innocently, and when it was finished decoding, that ship shot off into space for some reason.
The rest
We
of
also
you
went to
had
the arcane.
The rest
We
of
also-
you had an entirely different adventure.
Oh, am I?
Yes, we did.
Well, yeah, you guys went to the arcane. Cash was really upset.
Yes.
I wasn't here for that, so.
Understandably upset.
I don't understand why the Arcanist was awesome. I liked him.
Yeah, so starting from the beginning of last session, we figured out that whoever was in the building that hired us, first off, the building that hired us, the corporation, was gone. There was nothing in there. There was no markings. There was no nothing to kind of show who they were, what they stood for. Whilst in that building, we got attacked by some Lashunta, right? Lashunta?
Yes.
Yep. Handily defeating them, we found out that Nava, our friend from the colonies, was one of those Lashunta and planned to kill us all. And she jumped out the window, and she's definitely dead. She's not coming back. She's gone forever.
Technically, Nava gave you guys several opportunities to leave without any violence happening.
That is
You weren't there, Raga.
I don't remember that. What happened? From there, we traveled back and went to a local watering hole called the Arcanist. Cash was super excited about it because he thought it was an actual magic place of beer and fun, but it turned out to be a magical Chuck E. Cheese, so he was not happy about it. We got a few contracts from the contract board. From there, we went back to the ship, and that's when we decoded the message on the transponder that we stole from one of the Lashunta, and then one of their organization responded to a message we sent asking if the package was received. We tried to pretend like we were one of them. They didn't buy it, so they set it to self-destruct. We threw it out the door for some other passerby to get blown up and not us. And
Innocently.
we were able to save the document and decode the document, and that's when Raga connected himself to neighboring ship. And then once that finished, the ship itself got jettisoned into space into an unknown direction.
And I will say two things. For one, innocently is correct, Ryu, because you probably did blow up an innocent bystander. And secondly, there were magic users in the Arcanist. There were some folks like hanging out from the university, students studying. It was just a little bit of.
I hope they were disgusted as well.
I just think it's hilarious that he was the Arcanist and was like, this is like a magical place, but does not sell magic items.
Because he had no magic.
Yeah, because I was like, but I don't understand.
He's just a fan.
Oh, okay.
It's like going to a game shop. They love magic, but they can't do it themselves.
Well, game shops you're going to, but all of mine can perform magic.
Sorry, I gotta go to Mark's game shops now. But as was stated, the way that we ended was with you all deciding to do the right thing and go after the ship that you had possibly condemned to an unknown fate, considering you don't know where it's going, and at least 2 crew members on board were taken unawares by the situation. So
Yes, and I only am 89% sure that it was our fault, honestly.
it could have taken off randomly because of something totally different than this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The fact that it dinged, like it told you it was done, and the ship took off right after that has nothing to do.
I said
Or,
89%.
like the distress signal from the ship before its comms cut out. Probably nothing.
I said 89%.
Okay. Well, now that I'm done organizing my dice, let's pick it up there.
So many dice.
Yes, I know. Way too many dice.
Oh, God.
All right, so Raga disconnects, goes back to our ship, tired and cramped, and goes, bad things?
What now, Raga?
Well, you know how we connected to that other ship in case there was some kind of countermeasures, and that's why we didn't want to connect it to our ship?
Yes.
Well, I am 62% sure that there was actual countermeasures, and they may have taken control of their ship and shot them out into space.
What?
Are there any like alarms or anything like that going off right now?
There was the distress call.
Okay.
There was, as it released, there was an immediate distress signal from the captain as soon as he realized what was happening. But after that initial call, something cut out and it went silent.
Okay.
So I think it's time that we take a vacation in far deep space.
Captain, I think we should follow the ship. If this was our doing, I think we need to find a way to fix it.
Yes, are we in the bridge? Is Dex here? Let's go.
And we're off.
Of course.
All right.
I'll go to the engine room.
As the doors connecting you to Absalom Station shut and the airlock seals, you disembark into space. They have a fairly significant lead on you immediately, but they seem like they're traveling at a pretty steady pace. It's nothing, no dramatic, blowing up of fuel or whatnot. They're traveling just at a forward.
Can I try to hail them?
Sure, go ahead.
Beep, beep. Anything?
Nothing. It is silent.
Captain, they're not responding to hails.
I redid the math. We might be 72% in the fault here.
Let's round it up to 100 and keep pursuing them.
I just don't know if the numbers justify 100.
Can I extrapolate from where they're headed, their current course, where they're going?
Go ahead. Give me either a natural sciences or a computers roll, depending on whether you're trying to figure it out on your own or you're letting the computer do the work.
Will I get the +2 bonus from the computer if I use it that way?
You mean like the regular ship bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not to be that guy, but wouldn't it be physical sciences for physics as opposed to natural sciences?
I was doing natural sciences based on him just like knowing the general location of planets and orbits, but physical sciences also would totally make sense.
I got a 27 for computers.
27?
I think it's
Okay.
all the same for Mark anyway.
Yeah, it's same rolls.
He did not use intelligence as his dump stat.
Who would
Based
do that?
on the 27, there's not a clear course. There's several planets going out of the Pact Worlds that it might intercept. You can see that it possibly would hit Triaxis, but it's not a direct hit in a way that would make it seem like it was aimed that way. It's just based on the passing the orbit.
Okay.
It crosses fairly close to this. I love how when you have this camera situation, it covers anything that's behind it, and you cannot move anything in front of it. It also was going to do a similar thing with Versus, but nothing that seems direct.
Okay. I'll relay that to the crew and captain.
You can also tell, based on the direction that it's heading, there's a pretty heavy chance that it could get destroyed by an asteroid because it's going to have to go through the diaspora before it got anywhere else. And if it doesn't actually have any sort of way to take evasive maneuvers, there's almost no way that it could get through.
How far are we and it from going into the diaspora?
It depends on if it enters drift space or not. Right now, you'd probably have 2 or 3 days.
Okay, so we got time.
Yeah.
Do we have a tractor beam type thing? Okay.
No.
We are not big enough for a tractor beam, honestly.
But they exist?
Yes.
Yeah, but those are on the capital class ships, like the Star Destroyers and your Death Stars and stuff like that, like the really big ones.
Okay. Your Death Stars, got it.
You know, TM.
I'm just saying we're a very small ship, so we could maybe tractor beam like space debris if we had one.
If you had space debris, yeah.
I'll continue to try to hail them every 10 minutes or so.
Okay, great.
I'll just be gaining on them as best I can.
Is anybody keeping track of any other scanners?
Of course.
I mean, I would be intermittently checking on the other scanners.
Okay.
But not intensely, no.
Which other scanners do we have?
I mean, so you have like a full array. So if he's focusing on comms, then you're not necessarily looking at if you're not like scanning the ship for life sciences, you're not paying attention to like radar or something like along those lines. Give me a perception roll, Mark.
I would be watching just radar for other ships within the areas. Like I'm piloting, it's kind of like a little side thing. There's
All right, so I'll take a perception roll from both Cash and Dex.
And then do I only get the ship's bonus if I'm using a computer's roll? Because I'm theoretically using the computer to percept, right? Would that be a plus?
I would say not in this one. If
then
you were scanning something specific, this is to see what you notice on those.
Gotcha. I got an 11.
Okay.
And then I just got a 10.
Okay. It's still bizarre, and you feel like you might be able to get some sort of reaction from the ship if you just change the way that you're hailing it, and you're too focused on what's happening with that. And
now I'm too distracted. Oh, we're seeing things.
Well, technically, with the 10 perception, we're not seeing anything.
We're not seeing anything.
So I was saying,
now it actually the ship actually gives you an alarm that there are crafts within the range that you're approaching. This basically allowed them to have a movement turn without all of you.
Shit, Captain, we have incoming.
3 military-grade Lashunta ships approaching.
Hail them. Hail one of them.
Maybe they're related to Captain.
I'll hail Big Red here.
Okay. There is a long pause as seconds drift by and the ships drift closer to the out-of-control craft. And then you get a response of, cease and desist. It's a fairly robotic voice. Fairly robotic voice.
We are responsible for the out-of-control craft. We only want to help.
Allegedly.
Cease and desist. Return to port. Further action will be viewed as hostile.
And for life forms, they might be drones.
Okay, can we scan the ships, please?
Yes, I'll scan the ship for life forms.
Okay, which one are you scanning?
Big Red.
Okay. Computers?
That's 32.
32. On that ship, there are 3 living beings.
Okay.
Let's hold position and be ready for what they might do.
Our guns are only on the right side, right? The port.
The chain cannon's on a turret, but that doesn't do any good unless we have. There's no shields down, so yeah, we want port side.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, we want forward.
Okay.
But
The
our
missile
gyro
launchers
laser, our
Missile
gyro
launchers
laser-
on the port.
our gyro laser technically hits both left and right as well, though.
But it still needs to be like on right or left, not just like dead or straight.
Well, it does straight as well. The straight is
Oh,
where
cool.
it fires the best.
Yeah, if it's
Cool.
on the right or the left, then it's a -2 penalty,
So I want to keep you like dead on as best I can.
if possible.
Forward and to the left, it would be the best course. Ooh, are they moving towards us?
Looks like one is moving towards our buddies.
All right. What are you gonna do? Centering those.
Captain?
I feel like we should hold position until we see what they're going to do to that ship. But if you have a suggestion, I'm open to that.
Well, if the ship isn't being controlled by the people on board, then they might not even have shield or weapon activated. So if they get attacked, I don't know how long they would last, Captain. I think we should at least close in and get in a more defensive position to protect them if they are intending to destroy them.
Okay, let's do that.
Can I move the shields? Can I move? So our shield capacity is 5 points. I can't put any more points into like the forward shield, can I?
No, it can never
Never exceed that amount.
it can never exceed a quarter of the total shield, which is 20.
Okay. Wait, what?
So we have 20 shield points, and so we can only distribute them equal
Okay.
between the four. If we have excess, like if we had 21 shields, then you could put some extra towards the forward shield, but
But I can move shield points from different areas to, so I can move 5 points from the rear shield to the front, giving the front 10 shield points.
I do not believe so.
I believe so. What it is if the front took damage. So if you lost 5 points, of
It's
shield
only
in
if it
front,
takes
then you
damage,
can
right?
move-
Yeah, you can only
I
replenish it up to 5.
Can't go up over the 5. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I was making sure of.
Yeah.
Okay. So does anybody have control of the ship on y'all's end, or would you like me to move it?
I got control. Oh, I got to click on the actual, screen with it though. Doo-doo-doo. All right, so we're on defensible, so we're gonna try and
Before you move it,
circle around.
And, sorry, I reread the rules. So with the balanced science officer maneuver, you can redistribute the shield points, but each quadrant has to have at least 10%.
Yeah, I saw that. I just wasn't sure if I can go over the max of what the shields are.
That is indicating that you can as long
Okay.
as each one has at least 10%.
DM, what do you think? Is that good?
I'm good with that.
Okay, then I'll transfer all 5. Well, I'll transfer 4 points from rear shield to the front shield.
Well, we can only transfer 3 because it would have to be 10% of the total shield, which would be 2.
The total side of the shield, right? So 10% of 5 is
No. Each shield has to have 10% of the total.
total maximum shield. Got it. Okay, so I'll move 3 points to the front.
Let's be real. If the audience tuned in for Starfinder, they are here for the minutia.
Can
Can I get a piloting check?
Okay. Plus that, 29.
9? Okay.
29.
Okay, so there you are last to move then. As they see your engines beginning to engage, the red ship hails you once more and says, any further action shall be taken as hostility. Prepare to be fired upon.
Ignore.
Left on red.
All right.
Also, are we technically in combat so I can give Dex a bonus to...
You are now technically in combat. Jared, you may move.
All right, we're going for it. Gonna go straight up that way if you not going to do anything crazy yet other than just do evasive maneuvers, just keeping the front of the shields where it's fully powered. And evasive maneuvers, that's a success. So +2 to both ACs, and that's the end of my turn.
+2 to both ACs? Excellent. Okay. And since we skipped the engineering phase initially for the sake of the story, would you like to pick up that engineering phase?
I'm gonna go ahead and divert power to the weapon. So that means, Hank, when you roll damage, you re-roll 1s and 2. All 1s become 2.
Excellent. All right.
Heard.
And then we are now then, Helena, you gave the extra points to, Captain Blanca, you gave the extra points to Dax.
Yeah, but he had already rolled, so.
If you'd like to use your action for something else, that's totally fine too. And you can act at any time, so you don't have to act right now. I just was making sure I didn't skip you.
Well, if you're about to move to the next round, then if nothing else, I would say like maybe my ignored message could be a taunt on that ship, which gives them a -2 to.
And this will be on red.
Sure.
Okay.
That would make someone mad, wouldn't it?
And science officer.
So I rebalanced the shields. Was that my turn, or do I go again?
That was before the turn, but yeah, we'll kick that. Gunnery.
All right, Captain. Which red ship? Yes.
That sounds good.
That's technically within our arc. Yes, right. Hold on.
It is definitely.
Made sure just that perfectly, just as best I could.
I just had this.
I'm making it a big target.
That's you said a +2, Rio?
No.
Oh no, it's 1s become 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's 18 to hit.
All right, 18 to hit red.
Yes.
Excellent, and that's already worth removing the hexes.
There's no penalty.
Okay.
They're within 5 hexes, so
that will hit.
Cool. That's 8 damage.
8 damage?
Yep.
Excellent. And you can see the damage explode onto the forward shield of the red ship as it lights up in a blue-white and then fades back into invisibility. From there, does a 13 hit?
Us? No.
Yes. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, excellent. So red fires and it goes off of your prow. Blue is a little bit more lucky, and you see excuse me. That is 7 damage to your forward shields.
Which we're
down to
currently
1.
at 8, so we're fine.
Yep, down to 1.
Excellent. And in the distance, you can see that green fires upon the fleeing ship.
No!
It is unclear how much damage is done. All right, piling. Back to the top of the round. Engineering, I'm not going to skip you again.
Should I restore shields or should I divert something?
Shields?
Yeah, I mean, restoring shields would be nice. Can you divert anything to make Hank hit harder?
I did that last turn.
Okay.
It would really be up to Helena to increase his chances of hitting, but as far as damage goes, that's all I can really do.
Okay, probably shields then.
Okay. All right, so I restore 5% of the shields. Wait, 5% of our PCU rating. What's our PCU rating?
It's about the core.
Oh, so our PCU rating is 100. So 10% of that is 10. So I restore the shields completely.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
I thought it was 5% of PCU rating.
Oh,
But check
5%.
on that while
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
going
yeah.
into piloting.
No, it's 5%. It's 5%.
So we get 5.
Yeah,
5.
so we get 5 back.
Got it.
Yeah, I got a 1 less than last time for 28.
Great.
Would you let me know? I'm trying to give you a bonus before you roll.
Captain, I see you staring at me. I am confident in my abilities. Please aid another crew member.
The blue is a... Oh, I guess I don't even need to give you guys these. None of them are higher than you. So you will go last again.
18 and 17 on the dice, just like...
All right. And science officer?
I will...
Right, I move.
Who is scarier? Oh, yeah, I'll let you move first, and then I'll go.
We're defending the thing, right? That's our goal. And we're gonna...
And also not die.
And also not die, need to change orientation. Yeah. So I'll do a turn. Line up the shot so we can annoy green. I can move. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to get a little bit more out of their cone of shot.
We might want to rebalance the shields to the back now.
Yep.
Yeah, this gives so you can definitely change just what your plan.
That's what I'm doing. So I will adjust.
Ooh, and evasion.
4 shields from front to back. So back has 6.
Excellent.
And succeeded, so he still have that +2.
Okay. Red does a... Let's see here. Does a 12 hit? If a 13 did, and I assume a 12 does not.
Correct.
What, we're like a 15 right now with the +2 or a 14?
We are at a 17 with a +2.
Oh, never mind.
We're our AC is 15.
Our AC is 14. I'm sorry, 16.
Okay.
The red ship fires a torpedo, but it's clear that it doesn't get a lock on you, and it ends up flying wide off into space between you and the blue ship. The blue ship misses wildly, firing a pulse, firing a flak thrower, which ends up dealing 8 damage to the red ship.
Ooh.
Nice.
Take
Does
it.
the red ship have shields?
The red ship was the one that you saw had forward shields before.
Okay.
You see the first 2 pieces of flak hit the shield, and then after that, there's no more light. And then green misses the, which is pretty bizarre considering they are so close. And it is you.
They're still kind of out of range of our pulse laser green.
What's the range of the pulse laser?
5 hexes.
5 hexes, and we were right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I moved all 6. Never mind.
So we just pick up -2 if we fire on green.
I thought green was the one that we want to save.
No. Green's the bad guy. The little ship right here is the good guy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Right now,
what?
green is tailing the ship that you're looking to save.
Should I give a +4 to the gunnery phase?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, because then if we're gonna be that far away, that'll negate the.
Perfect.
Negative.
Yeah.
And actually
Yeah,
still gives the +2.
Right.
Yeah, Captain Blanco negates the distance and inspires our gunner enough to have a true roll.
Well, you have to roll for it, right?
Yeah, just let me know when you do. You want me to? I don't. Where are we in the turns?
No,
Yeah,
you get
so-
to go whenever. So just roll your dice and let us know if you made your DC, which should be like. Time.
Actually, for demand, what she's doing now, there is no roll. She's fine.
Oh yeah, boom. Just
I
make a
have
good
to
demand.
be-
I'm
Say
sorry,
again?
Helena?
I grant it by succeeding at an intimidate check, which is 15 + 2 times your starship's tier. That's the DC.
And we're still a
That's weird.
second tier right now.
Because this thing that Hank sent doesn't have a roll for it. So I was.
Hold on. She's saying she's encouraging, not demanding.
No, she's
No, on
demanded.
demand it says that, but whatever. I don't.
No, I think I'm going to go with what Helena said. So if we can get the 15, so it's going to be then 19 would be the DC.
I'm so confused.
Helena's rolling. She needs a 19 or higher.
That's what I got.
Wait, what did you get?
19.
Cool.
Hey,
Exactly what you need. Hell yeah.
Our captain succeeds in terrifying her crew into action, and Hank, you get that +2.
This thing that Hank sent also says that you do it by succeeding at an intimidate check. What are you
Wait.
guys looking at? that
So
says-
under Captain, are you looking at the cheatography one?
Hey, hang on,
I'm
Hank.
looking at
She's
whatever one he
right.
sent in the chat.
She's right, Hank. It says so in the book that she has to pass a intimidate check.
For demand?
Yeah. She's right.
Cool.
And
Well,
that's
she
what we
passed
did,
it,
and
so,
we
yeah.
succeeded. So now we're on the gunnery phase.
let's move.
Can I take my turn?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we're in gunnery yet.
I'll do mine
I thought-
before gunnery real quick, and
Oh,
then
I'm so sorry. I thought that science had moved the
Hang on,
shields
hang
to
on.
the rear.
Yeah, you moved the shields, Mark. That's
That
you
was
already
the
took
science
that.
phase.
oh, I thought this was the next turn. My bad.
Oh no. We've just been here a while. That's
Got
all.
Hank,
Got
just
it.
use the guns. That's all we gotta do.
Shoot the big
Okay.
gun.
Okay, 24 to hit.
Perfect. That does hit. Give me some damage here.
8 damage.
All right. You see. Ooh, my dogs are freaking out. You see. You see none of the telltale lights that would indicate a shield is hit, as the back of the ship takes the full damage. All right, piloting for the win.
Yeah. Not the highest roll, but still pretty good. It's +2. That's a 17.
Maybe
Alright.
you would have wanted that +4, but I guess we'll never know.
I think
It's
that's-
never too late.
It is a new turn, but we need to hit the shots more.
And I also skipped
Like, only do that once, so now
Oh.
I also skipped the engineer again because I have a habit of doing that. So that's okay. We got the roll. We did really well the first time. We all just got to get back in the swing of it. So Rio, what can I get for Raga's engineering turn?
I think we still need some shields, right?
A few.
Yeah, we have 18, so I mean we're only missing 2.
Okay, I'll just roll
Points.
for that again.
Okay.
What's 1.5 times 2?
3.
3? Okay. Thanks, guys. All right, so that's a 17 plus, so we're good.
So we get Just the 2 back?
It restores us to 20, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And for the piloting check, we had an 18.
Yes.
7.
17.
17. All right. So. And now it's your turn.
So blue didn't move?
Green and blue go after you.
Oh, they rolled higher? Nice. All right, so they'd have to do some crazy maneuvers, most likely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a maneuver.
Try and get that green on our left side so we can missile it. If it doesn't have shields, that seems the best course of action, does it not?
Oh, then I don't have to do the maneuver. If we would just want to get on the left side, because then I could do the one turn and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just keep going to 5 right there. Keep it on the left. So is that still good with your shot? I can still do the last little E. Then I'll just do evasion instead of what I was planning to do. I still make my DC, but barely.
I would also like to taunt the green ship when it is convenient.
Perfect. You may taunt at will.
Oh, I got a 19 again.
You can tell in the way that the ship turns that it's taken aback.
Just his pearls.
The ship clutches the... Oh, damn it, Mark got there before I did.
Oh, right.
Oh, they're bullies.
What does our science officer would like to do?
I'm transferring points from the starboard shield to the port shield. So I'll transfer 3 points.
Okay. Excellent. And that
Question.
brings us... Yes.
Did you roll for how long you're taunting for?
Oh,
Forever.
Oh, that's exciting.
3.
So
Wow.
they take a -2 penalty to all checks for 3 rounds.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. That'll be handy.
I didn't realize how great taunting was. That's going to be... All right, gunnery phase.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 3. Or go for the green guy. That is a 20 to hit. TL.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's close enough.
Big bada boom.
My D8.
Now my dog's freaking out.
That is 22 points of damage.
20.
Whoa.
Okay. Cool. That is a valid amount of damage.
Ouch.
So have we hit any thresholds with them yet?
It is it's beyond bloodied.
Right, but how many
So-
thresholds have we gone past?
I do not have a threshold rating for this ship.
But it would be their CT, Coulter. It's
excellent.
ours is 55.
So that's going to be.
Go ahead.
So that's going to be. You've hit 2 thresholds on this one.
Okay, so let me roll.
3 thresholds on this one. Sorry, I forgot about the first round.
Alright, hold on. Where is my chart for this?
Critical damage chart.
Yeah.
I have it here.
What page you on?
Page 321.
Yeet. Okay, so first one is power core.
Ooh.
Second one's power core.
Okay.
So they're not malfunctioning.
Yeah.
And Our engines are glitching.
Oh
So what that means for the people at home, glitching means that if their engines are glitching, they have a -2 to all their pilot actions on top of the taunt. So that's a -4. And then for the power core, all engineering actions have a -4 plus Helena's +2, which is a -6 altogether.
So Green's doing real great, guys. All right. That's going to bring us to engineering.
Okay.
Take a +4. I demand you.
Wait,
All right.
wait,
Are
do we have to
just
roll
gonna
for
round?
initiative, like movement?
No, I go first, and then the pilot gets to go.
I keep screwing that up. It's actually engineering and then piloting.
Okay.
I got it right this time. Gosh, darn it.
I've been very patient.
I appreciate it.
All I can really do is probably do our speed or the science officer. Which one do we want?
We have full shields, so I don't know if you want to do something else.
Well, science officer just gives you a +2 to your rolls, Mark.
Oh, got it.
I could do weapons where we have a higher damage threshold. I can increase our speed by 2, or I can give Mark a +2.
Captain, what would you like of your engineer?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
I can increase our speed by 2, which lets us move faster this turn. I can give Mark a +2 to any checks he makes this turn, or I can make our damage rolls all 1s are treated as 2s.
What are you planning on doing, Mark, this turn? Do you need that +2?
I was gonna lock on to one of the ships, so yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
All right, let's do that one.
On it.
Couldn't you target a system?
I could, but that just gives you a crit on 19 or 20.
Anyway, so Mark now has a +2 as I divert power to the science officer's computers.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not rooting for you guys. No, definitely not. My story doesn't rely on you guys winning this battle. No, not at all. All right. So now back to the helm phase. So pilot and science officer, who would like to begin the beguine?
I
You
got a
can
23.
do piloting. Can go first, yeah.
All right, 23. Okay. And with that, you will be going last.
Okay.
And the first shall be last, and blah, blah,
Move
blah.
all those pretty birdies. Oh, they running. Now the question is do we destroy the ships or let them run away?
I mean, I would say let them run away. We were just wanting to make sure they didn't destroy this other ship.
All right, they have officially moved. Dex?
Yeah, moving. Just gonna kind of like. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no. Move to. Nope, didn't want ping. Move again. Turn a hex. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get one more?
No, you made 2 turns, so
2 turns, yeah.
Be 6 total.
So kind of there. So like, they're most of all of them are on the port side, and then the laser could probably still hit that one there if we really need to. But most fire will still be only on the port side.
Excellent. Mr. Science?
And then evasion.
Oh, sorry. thank you.
Success.
Excellent. Plus. Is that +2 to your ACTL?
Still the 2. Just keeping that +2.
I guess, Captain, who should we attack next?
The green one.
Still the green? Okay. I'll lock on to the green one.
Okay.
What is their tier or
Tier?
countermeasures that they have?
It is a tier 1, and they do not have any countermeasures at this point.
Okay. Then I make it. You get a +2 to your to hit bonus.
hey Mark.
Yep.
You can't lock on yet, buddy.
Why?
Because it requires 6 ranks in computers.
Okay. And that's my computer rating? That's cool.
It's the ranks in computer, not your total thing in computer.
That makes sense.
So since we're only level 3, you can only have 3 ranks in computer.
Then I will target a system.
Good choice.
And I'll use that same one.
I'm sorry, everyone.
And what system took 2 critical damage, Hank, from the green?
Power core. They're power core.
Yes, I'll target power core.
All right, and on to gunnery.
I'm just gonna shoot it.
Which one?
Shoot them.
Green one.
Okay.
And it's barely within our arc. Yeah,
They're still in our forward arc, yeah. The line crosses through their hex.
I know. I see it.
Excellent.
7 points of damage.
What did you roll to hit?
18.
Okay. As as the green ship flees, you fire the laser on it, and you see the ship explode in a shatter of light. The power core too diminished to create anything too damaging to its surroundings, but sparks and debris are now filling the area.
Sweet.
Engineering!
We meant to do that, right?
No, it's fleeing. It's a little bad. Oh, well.
Engineering, I'm going to... Do we want more maneuverability or do we want more science?
We don't really need too much maneuverability because like it's already in our favorable position, and me turning it won't be too hard.
What are you planning on shooting this turn, Hank? The missiles or...
What is the captain want me to shoot?
Are the other 2 ships also fleeing?
No, they were turning on you.
Yeah, they don't look like they're fleeing.
I guess. Roll sense motives.
I mean, okay, so we could hold again. We could try and hail them and be like, okay, we're serious, get away, and then see what that does, or we can just keep combat. But we won't, if we don't fire, they may fire on us, right? Like we would lose a turn of firing. Okay, so, I mean, we've already destroyed the first ship, so I guess, do I not care anymore about these ships?
You tell me,
Okay.
Captain.
Shit.
So out of character, these are the Junta military ships. We just destroyed one,
So
So no
we're
matter
in trouble
what-
no matter what, right?
essentially.
Now we need to destroy all 3 of them so there's at least no evidence.
Well, but they do have long-range communicators, so...
Already told on us. All right, fuck it.
Possibly.
Let's do it. Shoot.
You receive a
Okay.
communication from the red ship that you had hailed originally. A still robotic voice responds, "Surrender now and stand trial. You have committed acts of war against the Lashunta nation."
Oh my god. I probably, with my character's backstory, would surrender. Shit.
That would probably... Okay, so let's take a step back again, out of character. So the Lashunta we know are somehow involved in this plot that involves us. Because there were Lashunta forces at that old building. We got the encrypted tablet from them, and the tablet would have led our ship helpless into the middle of space to be destroyed. So...
They already want us dead.
Yeah. So if we hadn't hooked up with this ship that got these innocents in danger, they would be trying to kill us right now regardless. So chances are, no matter what we do, the Lashunta are going to kill us.
I will neither confirm nor deny whether that is true.
No, we don't need you to. We're just talking, we're just piecing out the information we have. Just stand there and smile like Mark does.
When you're just like fighting so hard not to say something. Why Why are they missing us? Why are they missing this? Not that you're missing anything right now, not at all.
So, regardless, if we surrender, they're still going to kill this ship because that was the entire point of this whole plot. So, are those 2 lives? That's why we're here, for those 2 lives that we put in danger.
All right, I guess I'm down to continue this course of action that we started. So unless everybody else is going to hate us continuing to shoot these ships and going down.
No, we're all kind of like space hobos. So, I mean, like, if the captain says kill them, we're going to kill them.
You got
A lot of
murder robot
responsibility
and a
on your
retired
shoulders.
mercenary.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're trying to kill us. So I think if we surrender, they're just going to shoot us out of the sky.
Yeah.
The blue one has taken less damage than the red one?
The red one took a little damage from the flak cannon, but I don't know how much because that was only from the blue.
And we haven't touched the blue.
Okay. Well, let's target that one then.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the damage thing if you're going to use your missiles, Hank. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to Mark.
Sure.
Okay.
Missiles it is, so keep it on the port. Piloting check. We're going first.
Yeah, you probably
That's a
are, 'cause
12.
They did not roll great this round.
That's
That's 12 total?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're going second. This guy's going first.
Isn't always a bad thing because it lets us know where at least one of them is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're up.
All right, then. I'm going to actually go 1, 2, 3, 4. And like try to get out of like their front so that they can't target.
If they don't have turrets.
Yeah. And also keep our port side mostly there. And then instead of going the last one, I'm going to. Actually, so I'll try and make the port side on both of them. Is that one in the port side or no? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's port side. Little things there. Yeah, that should be a good spot. We'll be right there. Evasion. Succeed. So we're still 16. Piloting is done.
Okay, I will move I'll move 6 points from the rear shield to the port shield.
I taught the blue one. Sucks.
Bitch. Yeah, Lashuta descended from slugs. Which is technically true.
Sexy slugs. Don't you forget it.
Whoop whoop.
Gross. Well, I won't say anything.
Oh, shoot, I've been muted. I'm so sorry. I was like saying things and asking questions, and I was like, why is nobody responding? So yes, the blue agrees they are descended from slugs, but they are very upset by having it yelled at them. So they and gunnery. I'm looking at Hank like, why isn't he responding? I said gunnery really loudly.
Did red move already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Which, have we hit one of these two before?
Red we hit before, blue has not been hit at all.
I'm going to go off the red. Captain, missiles or normal fire?
Missiles.
What's the difference?
Missiles do way more damage.
But we have very few of them.
We have four more rounds.
But the missile was like, that was the one that did that 22 damage or whatever when we did
Correct.
that? All right, let's try one missile.
That is a 18 to hit. TL.
All right. Excellent. All right, so that is going to hit. Give me some damage.
That is 20 damage.
Their forward shield was previously destroyed from the last attack that you had performed on them, and it seems that they've done nothing to return it as you see the missile fly straight through to do the full 20 damage, you said?
Yep.
And you treated ones as twos, right? If you rolled any ones?
So that's... Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that one is going to take 3 that push through 3 thresholds.
Yeah. All right. First one is weapons array is hold on, weapons. All right, so weapons are malfunctioning, so it's a -4, and power core is at a -2.
All right. So future rolls -4 for that.
Well, and it only affects turrets and the forward arc. Because that's where we hit them.
Right.
And the blue ship fires on you, and I believe, if I remember correctly, 14 will not hit your AC.
That is our AC.
No, you have the +2 because of my evasion.
Cool.
Evasion. All right, so that one misses. The red still is using its previous gunnery before the -4 because we haven't resolved that yet, and that is going to be a 17 to your TL.
That will hit. No, with the +2, that actually is glancing at hits. Never mind.
It matches. No, it above matches by 1.
Okay.
No, because TL's +2.
It's 14
you
to
see
16.
the nose of the ship drops down as your own missile approaches it, and a missile fires from within. It is going to hit your port for 9 damage.
Oh, yes. Still got shield there.
3d8 doesn't do as much as you hope it does sometimes, guys. 3d8 is not as fancy as you want. All right. So that'll bring us out of the thing back into our piloting and engineering.
So I'm assuming I'm restoring shields, Mark?
Yeah.
I encourage you to do a good job on that. +2.
Okay.
Press the button. Press the button.
That.
Now put your hand on the button.
You guys are jerks. I'm back here like running around the engine room.
Oh, did you want it? I'll give it to you if you want it instead.
Who?
You gave it to me, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the shields restored by 5.
5. And I could put those points anywhere, right?
Well, it doesn't actually say.
I believe it says they're dispersed evenly from the engineering one.
Yeah.
Dispersed evenly? Okay.
To open spots.
So you would have to redirect them on your turn.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can I get a piloting check?
That is a 19.
Excellent. So we get 1, 2.
Oh no, they're splitting up.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, blue didn't move? Or it already moved?
Remember, the rolls determine the order in which things move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought
So
we
if-
got bottom again. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, they had a good roll this time.
I thought our pilot was good. That's all.
Hey, I've not gone first this entire time, and I rolled almost my exact lowest. We're going in for that front shot with your laser beam, buddy. Hit it.
Okay.
Evasion. Success. Still 16 for AC.
Hey. Science officer thing. I'm assuming we're going to destroy Big Red, so I'm transferring 5 points from our port to our rear.
Excellent.
All right, Hank, it's all you, big guy.
Are we ready for gunnery?
Mm-hmm.
Ray.
That is a damn. It's a 21 to hit.
Red?
Yep.
And what are you hitting them with? Is that their AC or their TL?
That's our AC.
Okay. That does hit, definitely. Yeah.
7 damage.
All right. And can somebody tell me, out of hand, are you in Red's forward arc right now?
No, we are not.
Excellent.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Nope,
We
we're
are.
not.
No, because their forward arc is from that one to that one. We're inside of their forward arc. The hex is draw the lines out for you.
It's on a weird angle, though. I think you could argue either way.
I assumed this was their forward arc here.
And also, like, technically, the ships shouldn't be facing us one of the lines.
Yeah, this one, it doesn't lock onto these ones, sorry. So this would be, I will give you, just for clarity's sake, it would be facing this way.
They're not in its forward arc.
Yeah,
Because it's
They're
either
not
going to be
as far.
facing this way or this way, and it's not facing this way right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this would be port
Cool.
side then.
Because it rolled a nat 20.
Starboard
and
side
you
action.
are not in its forward arc for that nat 20, as it fires another torpedo that would this time have done... that would have been 21 damage.
Ooh!
And then on a nat 20, so it would have critted that.
We would only. Oh my god!
Now, the blue, on the other hand, is going to be a 19 to hit your AC.
That'll hit.
All right. So from the rear, that will be 15 damage to the rear shields.
Ooh.
And then,
Okay, we take 7 damage.
Okay.
You can
that's
tell
underneath
this
our
thing's-
critical.
escalate, they seem to be getting out the big guns because that one fired a high explosive missile launcher at you as you feel the entire ship shake from the impact. And that'll bring us back to engineering.
Okay. So I'm assuming we need to repair shields.
Shields, please. Yes. So 5 points, or you got to roll for it.
I gotta roll for it, but it's a really low DC, so I shouldn't fail. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
So that's 5 points, so it's 1 to each and then 2 to the front. That's how it restores. So
Okay.
All right, entering the helm phase.
why isn't the
Yes.
red dead? It was supposed
Still
to be
not
Because
the
you only
best.
did 7 damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hank,
It's
do
only
better.
17. It's only a 17.
17?
Mhm.
Excellent.
Lena, you
All
should
right.
definitely demand during the gunnery phase. We got to make sure we kill red.
He's already done it once.
I could encourage him.
Okay, so blue was going to go first. Blue, now it is you.
All right.
No, sorry, now it's our pilot.
All right, so we need to be sure we're not in front of either of these ships because their torpedoes are shooting out of the front of them. So what
You
I'm
can
going to
sneak around
do,
to the back of this one.
I'm going to do a maneuver. I succeed, which is flyby, which lets me pass through their space without taking their free attack. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll turn it to 6.
The problem with that, Bud, is they're not in any of our weapons that way.
That's true.
Well,
I can do it this
technically
way
we have
then.
the chain gun, and they don't have shields, so we could use the chain gun.
Which side don't they have shields on?
I mean,
We've only attacked their front, so we don't know anywhere else, but they haven't been like adjusting them at all. So
Yeah, I have to go like that essentially. Otherwise, we're like red's still gonna move, so they could try to readjust so that we are in their front, but they'd have to use a specific action that would lower their AC. Yeah. But we should be able to avoid the big torpedoes. And then we'd have the one that's mounted turret, essentially. It should still be able to hit that.
Say that again. What do you wanted me to hit?
Either red or blue, they're still within like the chain gun's arc with the turret.
Right, but the chain gun, it's half damage if they have shields.
Yeah, but it just turned towards us, Hank.
yeah, so they don't have shields on front.
I thought it said that you can't do 2 turns at once when moving.
If it has perfect maneuverability.
Oh, well,
It has perfect maneuverability.
Shit. Never mind.
Blue has good maneuverability. Red has perfect maneuverability. I guess I should have made you scan for that, but
Well, I mean, we can see how the ships move.
Yeah. Okay. This is he's in our starboard, right?
Yes.
All right. I will move 3 points.
Remember, we have to leave 2 in each arc. So.
Yep. I'll move 3 points from forward to starboard. All right.
Curious, how much hull damage have we taken so far?
7.
We're still
We
okay.
have.
What's our overall health?
55.
55.
Oh.
Okay.
I was just curious for if we had suffered any crits yet.
3 shields. All right. So, and Hank, I don't. Oh, yes. Never mind. Yeah, it was -4. Okay. Cool. So that is gunnery.
That is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
I assume I'm doing Ripper or chain gun, yeah?
Yeah, it's the only thing we have, really. I mean, you could try the gyro laser, but it would be at a minus.
Ooh, whoops.
Before you roll, can we do gyro laser and Captain encourage him?
Well, but the Ripper, if they have no shields, does more damage.
Oh,
So
got it. Okay.
we want to use the chain cannon if we can. Because the chain cannon does 64, but half to shields.
Mm.
That's why, yeah.
Gotta
Whereas
get
the
shields
gyro
down
laser
first.
would only do 1d8.
18 points of damage.
All right. And does a 16 hit your starboard?
Yes.
Not with the evasive maneuvers. Oh, no,
Wait.
even the evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, it still would.
That is... that's going to be 12 points of damage to the starboard side. And as your chain and its torpedo cross in the air, it hitting your shield and your chain crashing through the window, causing it to careen off in one direction, but clearly any life forms inside, unless they can survive in the vacuum, have perished.
We took 5 hull damage there.
So we've passed a threshold.
I can patch it. I can't patch it and repair the ship, but
Right, so Coulter needs to roll for, unless you want one of us to roll.
It is a D6, correct?
No, it's a D100.
You're great. Thank you. Too kind. I've never done this much damage to you guys before. It's a brand new experience for me.
Yeah, it hurts.
Oh, trust me, I know. It usually happens to my ships.
can't Can't we all just get along?
That is engines.
Oh, great.
So -2 to all piloting actions.
There's a chance I can
Right.
patch it, guys. There's a chance I can patch it.
That brings us to the top of the round, engineering. With a ship that has not even taken a dent.
We have 6 overall shield points, so I don't know. I mean, decide what you think's most important.
Rebalance.
I'm feeling a bit of a drift to the left, but I think I could survive.
Well, has anyone looked up push actions? I know there's such thing as a push action.
Yeah, hold on, I'm here.
I'm trying to find it.
It's a resolve point, I believe.
Okay, I can spend that.
Well, hold on.
Difficult
Push
to perform but can
actions.
yield greater results. You can't perform a push action if the necessary system is malfunctioning or wrecked.
Okay, but my power core is okay, so.
Wait, so do you have to spend a resolve point to do a push action?
No, just the one I was looking at had a
Okay.
resolve
Oh,
cost.
gotcha.
Sorry, guys. This is the first time I've had to repair the ship, so I'm panicking a little bit. Give me just 2 seconds.
First time, but it won't be the last time. Okay, so it's only 1, so 324. Glitching is 10 plus 2 times your starship's tier, so 2 times 2 is 4. So it's a DC 14. It only requires 1 action to patch. So I could push and also restore shields.
If you want to go for the push, go for it. It's up to you.
Wait, where are you pushing?
I'm pushing the it's only 1 action, so I should be able to do both. Right?
I'm confused. What push action are you doing?
The divert.
Divert doesn't have a push on mine.
Yeah, it's not a push.
Damn it.
It just says engineering phase, but no comma push.
The only push.
Overpower has a push.
Yeah, but we can't do that because we're not 6th level.
So I can either do shields or repair the damage.
I would do shields.
Yeah, because if it's only a -2 to piloting, I think shields might be more important.
Ooh.
And knowing that this one doesn't have perfect maneuverability means I can maneuver around it so it can't shoot at us all the time, even if they go last.
Can I switch to like helping in engineering if we didn't need the other captain actions? Or just, but there still wouldn't be 2. Never mind.
I understand what you're trying to say, but unfortunately, the ship has to have a captain. So, like, one of the other roles could switch to engineering, but we would still have to have a captain.
All right. So the engineering is replenishing the shields.
Yeah, I'm trying to hang on. I didn't have my character sheet up because I thought my roll was so high I wouldn't need it. But give me just 2 seconds here. Engineering plus 12. Yeah, I made it. Sorry, I rolled a 1 and I had to see if I actually made it. That's 5 restored to the shield, 1 and then 2 to the front.
Got it.
So, Helena, you could encourage and help out with something.
That just gives a +2 though.
Right, but I'm just saying if she's worried about a roll.
It could negate the -2 the pilot's getting.
That's
Right.
true.
That's true.
So the pilot back to
Encouraging
0.
the pilot.
All right, we are on the helm phase now. So pilot and science officer.
Pilot first.
Be encouraged.
You are encouraged, Jared. You are also muted.
He wrote in chat 30,
he
28,
typed it.
30.
Okay, great. Okay, because we got a -2 and then a +2. Excellent. So that is going to mean that the blue needs to move first. Blue is going to
Run straight into a sun or a black hole or a comet.
4. 6. And that will be our very dexterous pilot.
Who seems to be taking a personal phone call during this.
So while he's on the phone, I have a question.
Sure.
So it says after rebalancing, every shield must have at least 10% of total current shield points. So we have 11 current shield points. So that would
have
be
to have at least one.
at least one, right? So because this whole time it was like 1 point something. So in those situations, do we round up or down?
Down. It goes right down.
If it is it like over like 1.5, it's 2. Under 1.5, it's 1.
I mean, I think it's like D&D. You always round down.
Okay, so I'm confused because there shouldn't be any partial numbers. So if it's 11, 10% would just be 1.
No, just so we're just ignoring the.
Well, so your
point,
extra
yeah.
point always goes to the forward, if I remember correctly. Any dump always goes to the front.
Yeah,
Cool.
any excess goes to the front. That's
Got
why I've been putting 2 in the front when I restore, because it automatically goes to the front.
Gotcha. Cool.
Oh, that's what he was saying. I was not understanding what he was saying. He said, move the ship plus 11 on rolls before any minuses.
He's just saying for the movement.
Got it. I do not know where the ship is moving.
The blue just moved, right?
Yes.
So if you could turn us 1 or give me control, I can take over.
I try to see if you have control over it right now.
I don't.
Okay.
But okay, so rotate us to this axis and then move forward 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to give you control, but I can.
Okay,
Yes.
that works too.
Okay. Cool. You're good.
I'm good?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to move to this axis, move forward 1, then move that axis, move forward 1. Because that's our left, right? That's port over here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right?
Yeah, and
Excellent.
that's it. Yeah.
Officer of Sciences.
I will move 3 from our forward to our port.
Excellent.
There we go.
All right.
And
Sorry.
I believe that will bring us to the gunner.
Missiles away.
Pew pew.
That is a 20 to hit.
Does a 9 hit you?
Does not.
That's fine. That's cool.
To be honest, the 9 should emasculate the other ship. Seeing as emotions are very important to ship combat in some way.
Makizos, what did you fire with?
Missiles.
Missiles? All right, go ahead. That hits.
Get him, Makizos.
That is 19 points of damage.
Excellent. That is going to bring this one down 2 thresholds.
2 thresholds. Okay. What page was that on? Here we go.
321.
So their weapons array, which would be in their port side, and their power core.
So they're -2 on port side weapons and turrets, and -2 on.
Oh,
engineering.
actually, how many arcs of weapons do they have?
We don't really have that information.
Right, but I have to. So when you hit your weapons array, you randomly determine which arc it hits.
So roll for that, and it may or may not affect it.
2.
Yeah, hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
I
can.
hear you.
Cool. All right. I'm just gonna be listening for the most part and like assisting a bit.
Okie dokie. Okay, so we have, you said 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to call that it's port side then, going counterclockwise. And I guess we'll see if that affects anything. And you are not in its range
Jared,
of
mute
fire, so
yourself.
it cannot do any damage to you.
Oh, can you hear that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we can.
I didn't know it was that good.
There we go.
Right. So it doesn't have anything in. You're not in any of its arcs right now, so it could do no damage. So I will need a piloting roll. You say
All right,
dirty 20?
You got a 21. Oh no. Whoever's hosting, mute. There we go.
Yeah, Hank.
I love
Stock was very
coronavirus.
upset for a moment there. All right. So we had a 21 for piloting, is what I heard.
Yes, 21.
And they don't. So they're going to.
Well, hang on. Let me take my engineering phase real quick, but if that's okay.
Sure, yeah.
All right. So 5 more shields. 1, 1, 1, 2.
No.
So you're putting it in the rear?
No, it distributes evenly, so it's 1, 1, 1, and then 2 in the forward.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It goes boom, 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 and then refills
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Mark, where are our shields heaviest right now?
Right now, port. We have 8.
Okay. So it's my turn to move, Coulter?
Yes.
Okay. So last time they couldn't hit us on their port side, right?
Yes, last time they could not.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that'll give us missiles, pulse laser, and chain cannon, which I would highly suggest chain cannon. And then I will do that evade thing that he does. Okay, that works. So we're at
What did you roll? Because remember, it's a -2.
Oh, I rolled 13 plus 11, 23, so 21.
Okay, cool, great. All right, science officer.
Since we're in port.
Sorry, Helena. I never call on you, but you're welcome to go anytime. I'm sorry, because I'm always like, I never want to make you feel like you have to go during a certain area. So
I know it's hard on you because I'm never sure exactly when to interject, and I kind of feel like I've already given everybody all the bonuses I can. So.
Well, so encourage you can do as many times as you want.
Oh.
that's handy.
It's demand. You can only demand from one person once per combat, but you can encourage as much as you want.
Multiple people. Interesting.
Yeah, you can. It's once per individual per combat.
So, given the stats of our crew, Makizos in a pinch always could use the encourage because he has the lowest plus to what he does.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Science officer transferred points from rear to port.
Great. Gunnery.
Be encouraged.
Thank you, Captain.
26.
I have faith in you, lizard man.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the missiles, right?
Yeah, of course, on the missiles.
I think you said the chain gun.
No, for a crit, it's the missiles.
In the future, we should announce before we find out what it is.
No. The rules clearly state that we choose the weapon after the roll.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I will put out.
I don't know. know.
I will point out that Rio said chain gun, but I never
There you go.
said anything.
That is true. Only I said chain gun.
Crit damage isn't doubled for Starship Combat, correct?
No, but we do damage their systems.
Right. So that is 20 points of damage. So that's 1 automatic crit effect plus whatever we do threshold-wise.
Do you want to know or not?
What do you mean?
Does it matter to you to know what you did if the ship is no longer there?
Oh, if it's longer than that, I don't care.
All right. As you fire that missile, that will take us out of the combat initiative.
Brass!
See, you didn't need me.
As you continued, we're all the members of our crew are important to the combat mission. As you continue now to drift through space with the piloted ship, I am just going to use the restroom really quick. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves as you decide what to do. I should still be able to hear you. I just won't be able to respond yet.
I want to hail that ship, but they're probably not going to respond because I don't know why. We can't get onto their ship, right? Like somehow get next to them and
We could
connect.
dock.
You could. I mean, if it's moving, it's going to be difficult.
Oh, it's still moving? Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. The DM just walked away, so I'm not sure.
I assume that it's still moving because I don't think that he said it stopped.
Yeah.
Well, but it hasn't moved the entire combat.
I mean, there's nothing out here, so I assume.
Well, it was the ambush, so I assumed that they flew it here and then it stopped to be ambushed.
Oh, I assume it's going after something.
So how does repairing shield work out of combat?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes. It's a UPB. I just looked at that. When Starship Comet's over.
They just restore over time. I can push it with an engineering check, but I was going to fix the critical system first.
Well, let's see. The shields reset, but the actual hull damage we have to fix on our own.
Well, restoring the hull, I think we have to actually park it because I have to have access to the outside of the ship. Yeah, it requires a non-hostile atmosphere or dock of a space station.
Yep.
So is our plan to return? I mean, I feel
I
like
definitely feel like we should save the people on this ship, if nothing else.
we should try and dock with them, and we can't do repairs until we're back in a safe environment. Is that all
I
right?
can take 10 minutes to restore the engines, but beyond that, the hull damage would have to be in port.
Yeah. Or on the ground somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So to clarify the questions that I heard in the other room, the ship never stopped moving. We
That's what I thought.
may appear in stasis based on our current location, but the ship has never left its heading.
And would it respond to a hail?
I believe you tried hailing it in the beginning, and there was just radio silence. But you do know that the initial distress signal that they had sent to Absalom Station with the notice that they were no longer in control of the ship was cut off abruptly.
Okay. So options are to keep following the ship or head back, right? Because we can't tractor beam it.
I say we follow the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, this is our stuff that we put on it, and clearly it means something.
We could attempt to board even through motion.
I
To
don't
match the speeds.
particularly like the idea of trying to board and get attacked by other Lashunta vessels.
Agreed.
So if we continue to pursue it, are we going to continue to get involved in combat if another one arises?
Potentially, yeah.
If we take the 10 minutes to shore up the shields now and then just let the ship get a little ahead of us, could we potentially close that gap?
Well, we can do that while moving.
We don't have to be stopped for
shields
that.
and everything while we're moving.
All right, cool.
And even if you did fall behind, I would let you all make scanning and engine checks to catch up.
So, Mark,
You could
where
fail
were the
those and not
shields?
catch up, but
Where were the shields in the end?
I just reset them all. Rear was at 1, starboard was at 2, port was at 10, and I think forward was at 1.
So minus 20, what's that?
6.
Yeah, in total it was 6 we were missing.
Okay, so in 6 minutes, the shields would restore themselves. So I'm going to focus on the
Okay.
engine. You want me to make the engineering check, Coulter?
sure.
It's a DC 15, so. And I got a 8 plus 12, 20.
I know. I wish all this stuff wasn't so easy for you guys. It drives me nuts.
Well, to be honest,
yeah,
I'm super specialized on engineering. Like, super.
no, I think all of you did a pretty good job specializing in your respective areas, which is not cheating. It's just smart planning. So I can't slight you there.
I'm kind of useless in combat, but I can fix shit.
But you've got a dog.
Yeah.
Doggy dog.
That does remind me that you asked to add a dog to the ship, and you already have a dog on the ship.
Yeah, but a real dog.
Dog could probably eat him. So you are successful in replenishing the shields.
I was repairing the damaged engines.
You are successful in replenishing the damaged engine.
It does take me 10 minutes, though. So
It takes you
out
about
for
10 minutes in order to do that.
So whatever we do for the next 10 minutes, I'm fixing engines.
I think we're just following the ship, right?
Kind of put it on cruise control, putting on a podcast, kind of just trying.
I scanned the ship to see if they took any lasting damage from the attack.
Yeah. Okay. You can from what you can see, the life support systems on the ship were hit.
Oh,
It's not
Oh, Lord.
entirely clear. What was the roll to check that?
I got a natural 1.
It is not clear how much damage they took. You just can tell where in the ship it was because I told you that before I found out what your roll was.
Captain, I can't be certain, but it may have had taken damage to the life support. I don't know, though.
So can we scan again for the life forms? Like if they're dead, would the scan on life forms show that they're dead? Does that make sense?
Yeah, when we scan it, it specifically calls out living crew members. So.
Okay. Well, let's to make sure they're still alive.
Can I do that so quickly after scanning?
I mean, it's gonna. And any of these things can take a certain amount of time. I would say that that's a pretty quick one. You can do it within the 5 minutes. You're not terribly far from the ship, so.
21.
There are still 2 life forms upward.
Okay. Currently still 2 life forms.
I have a crazy plan.
That because if they die, then we'll have a different plan.
I have a crazy plan.
Uh-huh.
Can we
Just so crazy it might.
Well, can we get close enough to where I could get onto the ship and get access?
So
You
we
don't need to
literally
doubt
we,
my
we
skills.
literally just talked about that, and so we didn't want to do that.
Well, yeah, but if we just get not dock our ship to their ship, but if I can get on there and get them into spacesuits, we could then just pick them up and then abandon the ship.
Oh, I thought you were trying to R2D2 their ship. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were requesting.
I feel
No,
like
I just wanted to get onto their ship, hack into their airlock, get inside the ship, and get them off of it. And then you guys could pick us up.
I feel like we need to know where the ship's going, though.
Well,
Follow
but
it
if
after.
it's heading towards the sun and we kill these people, we
Valid.
can still follow the ship after we get them off of it.
Current trajectory doesn't seem to be pointing towards any celestial bodies at this time. We could jettison you onto the ship and R2D2 it. Do we have a grappling hook of some kind?
We have a chain gun.
S3F3 it. Actually, no.
I mean,
So
I have rope and stuff.
All adventurers need to have rope.
What were you going to say, Coulter?
two things. From your previous roll, you knew that the first thing that it was going to come into contact with was Versus, and that was going to take it would take it about a week to get to that point, as far as something that it actually had a track towards. If it survived that impact or changed course before that point, within another week, it would be at Triaxis. Within the 2 days, that was the first thing, it would be in the diaspora. So it would be,
so it is an
possibly
imminent
they would
danger
hit.
in the next 2 days. Okay.
Who says the diaspora is bad?
Literally everybody in the verse.
Unless you could pilot your ship.
Raga and I lived out there for years.
You are proving my point.
We weren't literally shooting through space without control.
We're assuming that this ship... Okay. All right.
It's okay, Mikizos. I can do this. It shouldn't be that hard.
I'm not saying you can't.
What's our course of action to prepare for this?
So, do we have any kind of gun that can propel him without killing him? No grappling gun, no...
No, we salvaged this ship off of a desert planet. Okay, we don't
Amongst
have
other ships, why didn't you bring a grappling gun with us?
You know what? I didn't hear anyone emailing me when I built the ship. Okay.
In all honesty, it'd be simple enough.
Tell anyone else you were doing it. So
I told Cole.
What is this?
Your plan without the situation that calls for it.
You have mag boots in the hold.
What if
You
we
do have mag boots.
got in front of the ship, released you on a cable, and then use mag boots to jump onto it?
That is much safer than my original idea.
That's what I'm suggesting.
What is your biggest gun, Mikey Zos?
You mean the ship's gun?
No. Like a portable gun.
I don't own guns.
Who has a gun that
Hold
we
on.
can use?
I have a pistol.
Because my plan is to get close to it and supercharge a weapon. So you shoot it, and it blasts you the other way towards the ship, and then you catch it with mag boots.
I feel like just getting in front of it is the safer plan.
Yeah, with broken mag boots.
All right. You don't want to be adventurous.
Do we have multiple pairs of mag boots? Because I kind of want to go with him.
I would say that you guys would have enough for a full crew, so you guys would have 6 pairs.
We all have spacesuits, and spacesuits should have mag boots included. So,
All right, probably.
I think that's fair.
I'm going with Raga. If
I'll be matching speed and lining us up.
to be honest, Mikizos, it would be smarter for me to bring Cash than you.
Come again.
Someone needs to go with you.
Well, I'm just saying, if we take Cash, Cash is not only also a computer expert, but also doesn't need to breathe in space.
But if we miss, then I could spend a very long time not breathing in space.
I could catch you if I wanted to.
I wouldn't be opposed to going with him.
I'm just saying, if the captain told you. All right, so that's the current plan. If we're going to get me and Cash onto the ship, and then we're going to hack into it, get inside, get the people off, and then go from there.
Okay.
What do you want us to do, Coulter?
Oh God, so many things. Okay. So can I get a piloting check for Dax to actually line up the ship?
Natural 20.
Good. Okay, that's good. That would have been, yeah. Okay, cool, great, awesome.
Just listen to that podcast. Just kind of
parallel parking the ship. You're able to actively figure out the ship's speed and get in front of it appropriately. So this is just going to be this is dexterity or acrobatics checks from the two of you that are planning to do this.
So we're just okay. All right.
Are you ready, buddy?
Or, I mean, athletics would work as well.
Tie a
thank
rope
God.
around something inside of the hold before we open
Well-
the airlock.
So even if we miss the ship, you can just come pick us up. You know what I mean? Like,
Are
it's
you not attaching yourself to the ship?
Well, I'm just saying, like, even if we're not attached, I mean, floating in space is pretty easy to catch us, right?
There's still several difficulties, but with my expertise, it'd be rather easy.
All right, Mark, are you ready? Should we roll together?
Recording.
Roll together.
Wait, are you
Right.
guys, real quick, before you go, are you attached to your own ship in any way? Are you attached to the
Yes,
propel
there's a
jump off?
cable line.
Okay.
Please,
But once
God,
we're
attach
on
the
their
cable
ship, we
line.
should probably disconnect.
Yes,
Yeah,
we should
so
100% disconnect
that's
so
what
we're
the
not
carabiners
torn
for.
apart.
Yes, but please don't jump off with that one.
That was my initial plan, but now that I know we have a rope,
All right, Mark,
Are you
ready?
on the same rope or separate ropes?
Separate
Separate
ropes,
rope.
for sure.
Go ahead.
3, 2.
And we're doing acrobatics, right?
I'm doing athletics. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm doing acrobatics.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, shoot.
12.
13.
So both of you jump off, and initially the trajectory feels right, but you can see before you reach the other ship that you're both coming closer and closer and closer together. Before you can hit it, you run into each other.
I'm very
Oh, that's gonna make a great video.
You are still
Going towards them, right? No, not going towards the
No.
ship?
that sends
Okay.
you off course.
Cool.
One of you
go.
is a human-sized, and the other is a child-sized. So once the medium creature hit the small creature, that threw you both off.
Okay.
They're going in opposite directions, aren't they?
Reel it back. Reel it back.
no, don't you worry, I've got this. So I'm just gonna like slowly speed up just enough so where they like line up behind the ship towards the left of the ship, essentially with the airlock, and then slowly guide them.
No, I
So
don't
that
want
they
to end up in
can
engines.
touch
Can we
the
just
ship.
reel us back and try again, please?
Yes. I like that so much
I was
better.
like, you could do that, but the piloting check is going to be real high.
All right, reeling them in.
All right. We got this time, Cash. How hard is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. All right. Let's do it again.
3, 2,
Can I
1.
encourage them?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Well, you're encouraged.
22.
19.
Okay, this time between both of you having a little more experience and the captain's clear words of encouragement, it's pretty without a hitch. Both of you go without even hitting each other or drafting towards each other exactly as you want to. As you get close, the mag boots lock on to the outside of the ship.
And then we take off the carabiner.
No, you keep the carabiner. You just unattach the line, because that way you can use your
momentarily
carabiner
lost
to attach the
audio
other
again.
line that you kept.
Attach the line to the ship. I could hold pace fairly easily.
Yo, it's not.
No.
I get rid of the line and head towards
There's no
Yep.
friction in space.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I lost audio there. The wonders of technology. What did I miss?
nothing. We are heading towards the airlock.
Yeah.
I'm reeling the line because otherwise it's dangling out there.
Dangerous.
All right. So, Mark, you assist me.
Yes.
I have a 10 computers. I don't know what you got.
I have 12 computers.
Okay, so I assist you then.
Cool.
Okay, so that was a 27. So hopefully that gives you a +2.
I got 31.
Okay. It does. You just like guess the code immediately. I mean, you can
1,
see
2,
the
4,
fingerprint
3.
patterns on it.
I always try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
It
And this
works.
one just does it.
That's like the code on an idiot's luggage. The airlock engages. You're able to walk in. Fine.
Hello?
Hi,
We are
John.
here to rescue you with absolutely no guilt on our part.
Are you both? What are you both doing when you enter? Are you like keeping your spacesuits on? Are you walking around the ship? What's your first?
Keep your spacesuits on, yeah. And then
Raga, if you take your spacesuit off, I will strangle you.
we'll head towards where I scanned and saw people.
So the last place that you saw people in the scan was in the holds. And as you go back to the crew lodgings, the ship is seems like it's in good condition. I mean, when this happened, the ship was getting ready to do a cargo run. Everything is in well order, well kept. It's clear that there's supposed to be probably 6 crew members total on this vessel, not just the 2 that you saw. As you approach, one of the crew hold doors is open, and inside there are 2 humans, one on a bed and the other on the floor next to the bed. Both neither seem responsive in any way.
Okay. I will immediately go over to the one on the floor and take off, I guess, the oxygen in my suit and try to give it to them.
Okay.
While he does that, I go and look for their spacesuits.
He doesn't need oxygen in the first place, so.
You can see that both of them, the one on the bed is still breathing, though it's very shallow. When you give the one on the floor oxygen, their breathing slowly becomes more regular.
Okay.
Alternate with him.
It's a man and a woman. The one on the floor is the man.
Okay.
You can guess. I mean, they're both just in regular cargo uniform attire, matching.
Okay. And then I will alternate until Raga gets back.
Okay. So Raga, can I get an engineering roll?
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. 22.
Okay, you're able to find the spacesuits pretty easily. It's clear from where you are in the holds where they would be keeping personal items like that.
And so I come in like just holding these gargantuan suits
over his head, 2 arms each. Yes. Okay. I won't make you roll to get their oxygen packs on them or their suits on them. It doesn't take long when you give both of them oxygen for them to wake up. They seem kind of groggy, and they, of course, can't speak with taking the oxygen. But once they get their spacesuits on and they're starting to calm down a bit, one of them, the woman, turns to you and asks, "What happened? The ship just disembarked, and then there was some sort of firefight, and then we lost."
We were docked next to you at Absalom Station, saw you leave, saw your distress signal, and we followed you to offer whatever support we could. And there were a few outlaws that tried to attack you since they saw you were defenseless, and we protected you.
Deception?
Oh, yeah, because I have charisma. So much charisma. That would be a dirty 1.
Oh, God.
Yeah, a 2 minus 1.
She looks at the man and looks back at you. She roll roll insight.
Sense motive.
Yeah, that's an 18.
Okay, she did not believe anything that you just said.
Okay.
She looks at him and looks back at you. Looks back at him, looks back at you, and goes, "Yes, thank you so much for coming to save us." She's kind of looking around the room as if trying to find something.
Braga, do you want to step in here?
Regardless of what's going on, your ship is out of control and it's heading towards the disaspora. So we are trying to get you onto our ship so that doesn't happen. If you want, we can leave you in the dreads of space or crash into an asteroid. It's your call. I don't have time for this. I need to get back onto our ship, which we did not come up with a significant plan for.
Can I have a strength or athletics check from Cash?
God damn it.
Will Rocket try and hack into their system and regain control?
I mean, I thought we wanted to see where the ship was going.
Oh, okay.
That's an 18.
Okay. The man jumps up and tries to shove you to move past you, but is unable to get his balance. He's still recovering, and the push just makes you step back, but doesn't make you lose your balance or anything. He still attempts to run past you into the hallway.
I'd let him run, yeah.
Okay.
Raga, how's it going down there?
Not great.
Why?
No time.
Is he looking for anything specific?
You can't, and he's out of the room now.
Well, I go
Okay.
after.
Yeah.
Okay. Raga, you follow the man?
Mhm. I got So.
I mean, there's gravity inside the ship. The woman, as they exit the room, just goes, "Whatever you're here for, we'll give it to you. Just please don't leave us out here."
Oh, look, we are literally trying.
We're trying.
We're trying to save you.
Charisma. You didn't start well. This one would have been easy otherwise, but.
Who's charisma? I think we
Cash.
both talked at the same time. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Cash, because he's out of the room.
Oh, got it. That's better. That's 15.
Okay. Okay. As long as you promise not to hurt us, we'll cooperate with whatever you want.
Very well. Do you know where he's going?
I don't know. He's our engineer on the crew. In the hallway, Raga, if he is running towards the engineering quarter, and as you catch up with him, he's grabbed a screwdriver and is brandishing it like a dagger at you.
Look at him and go, I am a literal child.
I've never seen whatever you are before, but just know, if you do something to hurt us, a punctured spacesuit will take you down just as quickly as anything else could.
So would be your ship running into a meteor. So I don't have to do anything to kill you.
One way or another, if I have to go down and it's your fault, then I'm taking you with me.
I turn away and go, all right, have fun.
He looks very confused and stands there just holding it, watching you walk away.
I would like to grab an extra spacesuit and use engineering to kind of create like a jump jet so we can control where we are in space once we're out there. Like Wall-E style, where you like release it as like a jet.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Go right ahead.
And I do that within eye shot of this guy so that he can see that I'm preparing to get us off the ship. That's a 30.
Okay. Yeah, you got it.
I'll ask the lady, do you have a grappling gun on the ship?
We should have one in the engineering hold.
Perfect. I'll walk to the engineering hold.
Cash, don't get near the guy. He'll stab you. He's very clear about that. Stabbing children.
This one's not a child. If you come near me, if you try to take anything off this ship, I swear I'll take you down with us.
Oh, is it okay if I use this to control our descent so our ship can pick us up?
Just then the woman walks in following you. Darling, it's fine. Just put it down. They're not going to hurt us. And he complies.
Okay, cool.
I'm done. Who's ready to get off this ship?
They have a grappling gun. Let's get that.
Oh.
I'll get the grappling gun.
Doesn't every well-equipped...
Go ahead.
Doesn't every well-equipped traveling vessel have a grappling gun? You never know when emergency is going to come up. And
Well,
you need one.
you would think, but
You know what?
apparently...
Next time you're on the planet, you fix the ship, Cash.
You know what? I will.
Can I get perceptions from both of you?
What?
Perception?
Mhm.
That's a dirty 20.
Hey, I got a dirty 20 too.
Nice.
So you just notice as you're starting to prepare to leave, as you're examining the grappling gun and preparing your jet propulsion system, all of the screens around the ship, and there's tons of screens, whether it just be a light switch or an engineering screen, a piloting screen, every screen on the ship is just black.
Is there a way for us to get into the systems?
You can try.
Are they just unresponsive?
Yeah, they're just off. Everything's just
Okay.
like it's turned off. The ship's still moving and doing all that. It's just turned off. The only reason we were able to get into the airlock is because it had physical buttons.
Is it possible for me to only talk to Cash through our spacesuits?
If you're both wearing your helmets.
I am. Are you wearing your
I
helmet?
will put my helmet back on.
I just to Cash go, remember last time we messed with any of this stuff, it let somebody know. So I say we just leave the ship as it is and get these people off of
Good point.
it. We still haven't even dealt with the information we got the last time we tried to mess with stuff.
The two humans are just looking at you both with mild concern as you go back and forth.
All right, so I'm going to give the propulsion pack to Cash since he's bigger than me, and then I'm going to crawl onto his shoulders, being very careful not to puncture his spacesuit.
Okay.
Awesome. And how big is the grappling gun?
It's about the size of it's like a large what's it called? It's a large drill, basically, like that size, a large hand drill.
Okay. And how far does the line travel?
When you ask her, she says it's roughly 200 feet, I believe.
Okay, so we just need to get within 200 feet, and then we'll be good.
So my thought process is all of this, and this is why I made the propulsion device, is even if we leave this ship, we'll still be going at minimum ship cruising speed. So we'll still be moving at that speed when we leave this ship, won't we?
Yeah, but it's all relativity, so we would all be moving the same.
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Right.
We use the oxygen tank to get away. The ship comes close to us, and then we can use the grappling hook.
Yeah. That's We just have to get within the grappling hook's range, and then we're good to go.
Okay. So I will call back to the ship like, okay, Dex, stay clear. We're going to exit the ship, and then you swing around.
All right, well, how are we getting the other two?
They'll be with us.
All four of you?
Yeah, there's no weight.
Together?
There's no weight in space.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of difficult with a single propulsion device. We'll make do.
You can move an entire spaceship with a little puff of air in space. That's how space works. There's no weight.
Depending on where it's put on its mass, it could really just make it spiral out of control.
Yes, it's all still
So
going to be
good luck.
proportionate, but
So good luck.
it's all going to be proportionate. But with the 30, we'll say that you got enough.
That
I mean,
is
remember,
true.
it's just a conventional spacesuit, so it's not going to have a ton of oxygen in it, but it's going to
Yeah.
have. I'll say it still has enough to get you off the ship.
And I have a plus 10 in physical sciences, so I understand the physics, okay?
Between that and the grappling hook, the combination.
Yeah.
You're essentially turning yourself into a spaceship like that, so I know my stuff. Go
Okay.
for it.
Can I get a piloting check to get back into range then?
Plus the 2, that is a 19.
Okay, and who's controlling the propulsion device? I know you put it on Cash, but
Okay, Cash, what's your physical sciences rolls?
Like 10, I think.
Okay, so Cash can do it.
Okay. Is your dex good enough for the shooty?
If it's a gun, I have a plus 4.
Okay, that's better than me. Cool.
great. And we will treat it as a gun.
Are other of those two with you better at shooting something than you two?
I'm not going to trust these people.
Fair.
One tried to stab me with a screwdriver. All right, you guys hold on to us, and then we'll get onto our ship.
Okay.
All right.
You can stab my captain with the screwdriver.
Don't stab the captain.
I'm just saying.
All right. Physical science, is that what we need?
Yes.
That's a 13. Not great.
Give me the shooty.
Oh, so it's all down to me with the lesser roll. That's great.
Hey, the ship is in position.
Oh, that's 20.
Nice.
You're good.
24.
You.
I do double grapple damage.
It seemed like the calculations were all correct as far as angle, and you are not too far off course. Luckily, with Raga on top of you, shooting the grappling, you're able to latch onto the back tail of the ship, and it begins to pull you forward.
I'll make sure to rotate the ship so that if they're attached to the back of the ship, they're not going into engines. So I'm going to turn it so they don't hit engine.
Excellent.
I think turning the ship would do that faster than anything else, but okay.
I don't know, just
either
be
way,
like a soft little and just go.
You're all able to get on board the ship. The man, as he's pulled into the airlock, you hear him whimper, "That was our life savings." And then the airlock closes. And you are all safely back on the ship with the captives.
I take off my helmet and go, "Makizos, this guy tried to stab me. Tell him I'm a child."
McKees is just
Hank's
taking a
not
nap.
even there.
I introduce myself and ask them their names.
My name is Hema, and this is Jarl. We are the owners of this vessel. I am still unclear on exactly what it was that happened to us, but thank you for saving us. I don't think we have much oxygen left.
Why were you not responding to our hails?
All of the ship systems were disabled from our access. We tried to get back in control of the computers, but none of the screens would even turn on.
I can attest to that, Captain.
Any idea if that's going to be fixable, or is the ship lost?
If none of you could connect to it, the best bet would be if I could. Otherwise, it's a lost cause because I don't need a screen to connect into the hard drive.
Well, neither do I, but we don't want to connect to a corrupted system.
Very true.
We took apart the panels and could find nothing physically wrong with it, but nothing that we tried would restore it.
Did you take a diagnostic?
I am the captain of the vessel. This is my husband. He's the engineer. I believe he did.
Here, send it to me. Let me look at it.
She looks at him and he kind of looks at his empty hands. I didn't bring my comm pad.
Cash, scan their ship, a deep scan.
Was there, on your systems, there was no record of a location or destination or any data like that?
Nothing that we could see before we lost the ability to have any controls. It was almost immediate. Once it disembarked from the station, we made our distress call, and in the middle of calling, it all shut down.
Well, you're welcome. I'm going to go back to the engineering room because the guy tried to stab me, so I'm not happy with him.
I will scan the ship again.
Okay.
16.
Same thing as before, just as the life support's down, everything else is fine.
Well, we still have 2 days until we hit the diaspora. And I guess at that point, we are just hoping that it doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah, on its way to get to destroyed.
I'll maintain our current course to stay alongside it. I'll let you guys handle it and just let me know when I need to fly close to it again.
And can we enlist help? Is there an intergalactic tow service we could potentially utilize?
I will say you would all know that it is perhaps best to be cautious until you know how the rest of the Pact Worlds will respond to you. It's not a guarantee that the Lashunta hailed other vessels, but they did decry it an act of war. So if they did hail, then there would be others that would see you as having been aggressive against the Lashunta military.
So we might be
means that you would be
fugitives.
aggressive towards all of the Pact Worlds militaries.
Josh, you mentioned something that seemed like this might be headed toward the diaspora.
Yes, direct course, 2 days.
I have friends there that may be willing to help us. You're in the back. You don't.
I always listen to your comms.
God. I have a history there. We may be able to call in a few favors.
That's good. I don't know how we would use those favors to protect the ship. The
I'm
other
just
ship.
saying, if the ship gets somewhere and is okay, we may be able to.
We have friends.
Yeah, or if it comes down to a battle, we may be able to call in some help.
That's good. Because we cannot take the full force of the military.
Agreed.
With the 2 members of the crew of the cargo vessel aboard your ship, still roughly a day and a half out of the nearest point of impact, that is where we will leave our crew, drifting towards disaster?
Question mark?
All right. I feel like I shouldn't do the whole, like, we're going to be back in a half an hour, because with the recordings, it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
Do like a thank you so much for watching.
Okay.
This is MMCast.
That's a good one. I'm so excited to be live again when this is all over.
Me too.
Smash that like button. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us to this point. I hope you learned a lot about Starship combat, because we definitely did. And we'll see what happens in the thrilling conclusion of the cargo ship chase in 2 weeks.
And we'll come up with a tagline eventually.
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 Bam, 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 bam.